Got a recording feed on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's recording. Yeah. People of the world, how you doing? Anybody who's watching this video, how you doing? Well, if you've been watching our videos, you know, you always got a plan every day. There's not a day where there's not something to be done. And today is no exception. Today there's a lot that needs to be done too. We're gonna do this post right now. We're gonna speak right now. Then we're gonna get hot and heavy. Sister Gina gonna prepare that breakfast. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna get that spot clean because we have to be back over here before 2 o'clock. So the wash machine can get fixed. Also today, we gotta mark out these trees. So we can get that cleared out and we can start the fruit farm. To be honest with you, it's not before the end of the year. We're not gonna have all the trees that we need planting. We're gonna be planting trees every month, all the way up until who knows? Because there's so much land that the amount of trees that we're gonna place out there, fruit trees, we're gonna place so many fruit trees that we're gonna need to partner with somebody because it's just gonna be so much fruit out here that when it does start to produce, that we're gonna need a big distributor to take it all because it's gonna be mountains and mountains of fruit out here, and probably when it 2 or 3 years from now, I know we're gonna need to hire somebody. We're gonna have to hire somebody to come help us pick because it's gonna be an acre of nothing but fruit, and that's a whole lot of land for nothing but fruit. Especially putting the trees 5 feet apart. We're gonna be putting them 5 feet apart, so we should be able to pack in about 200 fruit trees, and just picking one fruit tree, picking it all the way bare, that's a lot of work when it gets to its about third or fourth year. That becomes a lot of work. So we're looking forward to that. That's something that's gonna cost us now up front. It's gonna cost us a lot of money right now, but hopefully when we bring our vegetables to market this year, that when the season is over with and nothing is growing in the ground anymore, a lot of those finances will pay for the fruit trees and whatever else vines we want to put out. I saw a strawberry patch yesterday. A guy had a strawberry patch on what was it, on a half an acre we saw. The guy was farming on. He did an amazing job on a half an acre. Of course, out here we're probably doing a acre and a half, maybe 2 acres, because we lost a little bit from the gas lines. But even so, we have a tremendous amount of land to get going. After they put down the gas lines, I'm still contemplating: do I want to till up this front part of this grass? Right now, I'm still saying no. I do want a patch of grass left, a real patch of grass, and not where some flags are at. We'll see if it doesn't grow enough food in what we got. Yeah, we will till up all of our grass and use all of it. But I do want to keep this front little section of grass right here. Tomorrow we'll be opening that box, so when you see that box that says Honda on it. tomorrow that'll be open. That's getting cracked open tomorrow. You gotta start tilling this stuff out because we're calling the USDA tomorrow, and hopefully they can come out Monday. Hopefully they can set us to come out Monday. Now, there's different for anybody out there who also wants to do, you know, say business with the USDA. There's different departments. Now we're choosing to go with the rural department of the USDA. There's so many departments of the USDA. You gotta go through their website and go down the list and see which one. And you'll get a feel for what department that you need to work with. Because how many? They got like 10 different departments, baby. They got
Yeah.
departments for everything. It's all about your plan and what you want to do. Really, that's who you contact. You contact the ones that are around what you want to do. So we're doing small farming and rural farming. So we're gonna contact the rural department tomorrow, so we can get the process started on getting certified organic, because we need that certification. So it'll make it easier if we have a large like restaurants and stuff like that. That certification will make it easier to do business with restaurants. Now, I don't know if I want to do business with restaurants or not. I don't know who I want to distribute the food to. That'll all come in time. But for right now, I just want to grow it, bring it out to market, and see how well it does. Because there's so many people in the world, and there's so many people who need to eat. Everybody needs to eat. It's just whether they're choosing to eat with you or not. But the benefit to the people who choose to do business with us is that you're gonna have fresh, hand-picked food. That's the way we're gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it traditional, the old school farming way. Because for a small farm, that's how you get where you can make a decent living farming. Because no way could we compete with the big boys. If we even try to compete with the big boys, we get shut down. We can't afford to compete with the GMO. We can't compete with GMO prices. When you get a piece of corn that's GMO, you get a piece of corn for $1. Well, organic, that same $1 piece of corn is $4. So we can't compete with the prices of the big boys. It's because the food from the big boys are killing you. They're pest resistant. They have all kinds of stuff, bacterias that are meant to preserve the food for a year or more. Whereas with organic food, you pick it, it might last. If you pick it when it's before it gets ripe, it might last for a month, maybe. Maybe it might last for a month. I don't think it even lasts for a month once you pick organic food. It starts breaking down when you pick it.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the really big difference there in what we're doing. But it's gonna come a time when we wake up and the camera's looking at me, and I'm not even sitting in this chair. I'm sitting in that chair, just so you can get a view of what's going on with the land being tilled up, food being in the ground. I think we have more seeds than we have land. Now we have over 10,000. We've already bought 10,000 seeds.
Mm-hmm.
Why did we buy 10,000 seeds? Because we wanted to do all kinds. We just want to have a variation of everything. We want to put out a lot of different foods. but I don't know if we got enough yards. And I really don't want to sacrifice this front patch of the grass because this is like, everybody wants to have one patch of grass. Like, we just want one patch of grass. But you know what? If we run out of space for this food, that front patch gotta go. It's gotta go. If we run out of space and there's still some things that I want to eat, there's still stuff that I want to eat, and we weren't able to that's why we're gonna start off with the stuff that I like to eat first. We'll get to what we'll get the stuff that we want to put out the market last, but it's gonna be at first. It's gonna be food that we like to make sure that there's enough yard. But so many people do it on a half an acre, and they're able to grow they able to jam pack that food in there. And so we taking that model. We gonna jam pack food up in here because we want to make sure at least we got a variety of everything, that all the different seeds we got. We don't have to put them all in the ground, but every food that we do have, I want at least a little bit of that in the ground. That way it's plenty, and then we're gonna mark it off so we know where everything is at. Now we're gonna start up here, but then we're gonna venture back there. It looks so big and amazing, but after they put those markers down, they cut off a nice little chunk of where we're gonna be, where we're planning to plant at, and that really sucked, and even going 5 foot out, if we damage anything planting, then we're liable for the repairs, and we're talking about thousands and thousands of dollars if you damage those lines, and you can't really operate this house without it because you need those gas lines for the stove and the hot. What else do we get?
Hot water.
Yeah, and the hot water. It burns off gas. But I'll tell you, that hot water running off gas, heating up through gas, man, that is some hot water. And it gets hot fast. When you're dealing with an electric or water heater instead of a gas water heater, man, that thing be getting hot like that. Like the snap of your fingers. That's how hot it gets hot that fast. And it gets, man, you can't even, like before, I would turn where we stayed at, I would turn the heat all the way up. I would just have when I took a shower, I would just turn it all the way to the heat side, turn it up. It'll be hot. It's hot, so hot it make your back itch. But that's the way I like it. I like it really hot because the heat opens your pores up. It just feels good after you get that stinging feeling out the way, and you adjust to the heat of the water. Oh boy!
Do you do that here with the hot water?
Oh no! Oh, I tried that. The first day we took a shower here, and I get up out of there. I couldn't figure out how to get it. I couldn't figure out how to regulate the cool water to get it together. I had to jump up out of there. That water was so hot. I said, but yeah, that's some good hot water. Man, it's very peaceful out here. We're living a whole new life. Now we found the website for the chicken coops, but man, they ain't hitting on that, man. There's people who selling chicken coops for the same price that will hold more chickens. And my wife tried to get me to be like, let's build our own.
I told him, let's build our own chicken coop. I think it would be awesome, but he don't want to.
Man.
He don't want to build it. But you know what? For the amount of chickens that he wants, we're not going to find a chicken coop unless we're going to be paying a good amount of money. But with the chicken coop that we build, we can go ahead and, like, we already found the blueprints on a chicken coop that holds up to 20 chickens. And
We
it
might
doesn't
end
look
up
that
building that
hard.
one. I might end up building that one with pallets. My only problem is with building your own chicken coop. When you order the chicken coops, it has like this little like it's up off the ground. It has a little playground for the chickens to go play in underneath it. It's all cool. It's got a little thing you can pull the chicken tray out in this quick clean action and all this. But when you build your own chicken house, you gotta go up in there. You know, you gotta
You
walk
don't
into the
have to.
you
You
gotta
don't
walk
have
into
to.
the chicken coop
Well,
where it smells like dragon toenails.
well, do you remember how you were talking about you wanted to do a sliding door in the back to get the chicken
With
eggs?
the pallet, I'm saying with the pallet, yeah, with the
Remember a
pallet,
guy did it with the pallet.
but the pallets, he didn't have a side door because the pallets were blocking it. It was pallets. He didn't have a little.
Well, I
Hey,
told
let me
you
open this up and then clean it. No, he had
I
it
would
where he had
go.
to go in there.
I would go in there and get the chicken
You
eggs.
won't even go in the woods. I
How do
can't.
you know?
I
I
don't
haven't even
believe
been in
you.
there.
I don't believe that you gonna go walk up in there and clean that chicken smell stuff.
I'm gonna clean.
I'm gonna be stuck doing that.
No, I
So guess
am.
what? That's why I'm saying I want to buy one. Cause guess who gonna end up having to go walk up in there and clean it instead of buying one that has a little sliding tray where you don't even have to step in the chicken coop at all. You just slide that tray out, go dump it in the compost pile, bring it back, and slide it back in. When you make it yourself, you gotta physically walk up in this little barn thing and sweep all that nastiness up out of there while you stepping on it, while they clucking all around you. They might come try to peck out my eyes.
He exaggerating.
I really am. I'm really exaggerating. I don't think they'll try to peck out my eyes. But we'll try to build one. There's no problem. We just have to get the tools, and right now we don't have the finances for tools.
No, that's why next year we're gonna be getting some animals next year, hopefully.
But cutting down these trees, they're gonna provide us with a lot of startup capital. It's gonna give us some leeway where we don't have to worry about finances for a while. So we're thinking that cutting those trees down will give us the start that we need. Probably give us about 6 months of breathing room, maybe even more because we're not really consumers. So cutting down those trees might give us a little bit more than 6 months of just breathing room. And so we're gonna do that, and then we're gonna have all this capital from cutting down these trees, and then before we even get a chance to spend any of it towards anything, it's gonna be time to bring the fruits and vegetables to market. So I mean, really, the vegetables and I don't think the fruits are gonna make it to market for the next 2 or 3 years. As we put them up, but that's the good thing. We'll get these trees. It's gonna give us capital, so we can get our farm off the ground, and then we're gonna have the fruit, the vegetables going. So, we have no doubt about how successful we're going to be. We don't doubt how successful we're gonna be, and when people start doubting their success, that's when they have a lack of success because they won't if you doubt that whatever venture you're going into is going to be successful, you won't be all in every day when you wake up. Like every day when we wake up, we're all in. We're all in. I know for myself, speaking for myself, when I wake up in the morning, I'm all in. This is not only, a job. This is who I am. When we go out places and stuff like that, now when we go places, I'm always dirty, and I'm happy to be dirty. It's okay. I'll be like, man, I'm like dirty. Yesterday, we went out because my nephew's shoes were caked up in mud, and I bought him these shoes, and he was these were his school shoes, and he came out here. He wanted to come out and he was like, can I? He was just saying, could he help me? No, he's only 5. No, he can't help me, but it's good to have him around and to be watching what I'm doing so he can learn a work ethic himself. And he just got his shoes just got completely muddy. They're ruined as far as for school purposes. You can't use those shoes for school anymore. But they're good. They're good play shoes now because they're broken in with mud and dirt, and so now he doesn't have to be so concerned with, am I gonna get my shoes dirty out here? He can just come out and jump in the mud if he want to, and it's fine. We also got him some gym shorts so he'd be cooler out here. He'd be like me, wear some cool shorts in this heat. But saying that, we had to get him. We had to get him some new shoes. We had to. But while we were there getting him some new shoes, some Latinas, some little hot pant Latinas. They were hot pants, hot crotch. Them Latinas, they got 5 crotches. Some Latinas, they were joking on me and stuff. They were pointing at me and laughing and having a good old time and speaking they Latin, they language of love, Latin. So, but you think that bothered me? No, it didn't bother me at all. Actually, it made me smile because young women, I know this about young women. Young women don't respect men who that work. They don't, and that's why this is what generally happens. This is what generally happens to young women. Generally, what happens to young women is since they don't respect men who work, they get pregnant by men who don't work. And guess what? Later on, when they're like, oh my goodness, I now respect a man who works hard. I respect a man who's sweaty and who smells like foul moving material. By the time they want a man like that don't want them. They been ran through too much by men who don't want to work and pay child support. That's just some advice if there's any young ladies watching this. When you see a guy, he's dirty from bottom to top. I'm talking about from the shoes to his hair. Everything is dirty. Don't look at that man like he's crazy. Look at that man like, hey, he might make a good husband because he will get down and dirty. That means if he'll get down and dirty for himself, imagine what he would do if he had a family. If he's getting that dirty, that grimy for himself, for his self-survival, imagine what lengths that man would go to if he had a family. I'm just saying. Because there's a lot of single men out there, like a lot of good, hard working, honest men out there. They're out there. And they're having problems dating. All the women that they want to date, no man wants to date a unattractive woman. She has to be attractive to you. Now, me and Sister Gina have been together for a while. Sister Gina doesn't wear makeup. And I like that. I like that she doesn't wear makeup and all this stuff, and that she doesn't go to the hair salon and stuff like that, and that's okay, that's okay. I like that stuff, but let's say we were first dating or something like that, then she would be dolled up and be doing her makeup because that's what she used to do. She used to be, I need to get my makeup and stuff, and I need to get my fake nails. That's one. She always had to have her fake nails, and she always had to have her makeup, and
always wanted my hair straight.
Yeah, and that type of stuff. But when you're trying to date and you have a woman who has all this stuff, that's what men want when they're single. When they're single and they looking to date you, they want to see you at your best, And when women are at their best, they don't seem to choose the type of men that will make a family. They seem to choose the type of men that's going to be absentee in the next 5 years. They're going to be in some kind of correctional facility in the next 5 years. That's the type of man that they choose when they're dolled up and stuff. And there's a lot of good, hard-working, honest men. And as a matter of fact, another thing too, a lot of times when these young women get these good, hard-working, honest men, They have the good, hard working, honest man who has his own crib at one point, and then they got the no good dude down the street that they cheating on a good, hard working young man, and then they say, well, ooh, he's dating Becky. He's with Becky. Don't you think that if you paid these guys some attention, if you actually respected these men, if you actually treated them like they were worth something, if you were actually loyal to them and wanted to build a family, build a business, build a brand with this man, he would stick to his own nationality. But when it's slim pickings in your nationality, because everybody wants to be world star, everybody wants to be twerkaholic. When that's what you look at, when that's all that's out there, and you got this woman who's a Latina or a Caucasian or a Hispanic or a Guatemalan or whatever, Australian, whatever. When you have this woman out there who doesn't care about twerkathons, and she's all about motivating you to do better, and she doesn't care if you have if your finances aren't big ballin'. She don't care if you big ballin'. When you have that type of woman, man, you're gonna be super loyal to her, because you're like, dang, we started from the bottom, but we're working together to get to the top. As a matter of fact, instead of you putting me down, you're constantly building me up, even though we don't have anything. And then too, I don't have to question your loyalty. There's no question of loyalty. So, if you want to know why there's all this interracial stuff and all that stuff going on,